Secret Scripture is one of a series of books and plays that I've been, much to my surprise, working on for the last 20, 30 years. I keep thinking I've done with strange lost members of my family, and then somebody else stirs in the DNA. And this is a book about a great aunt of mine, an entirely fictional book because nothing was known about her except that she was sectioned or committed to an asylum in the 40s for moral reasons. So somebody I especially desired to go back and find. The inspiration for all these books, or the material, I suppose, it largely, to a great deal, comes from the stories people told me as a child, especially about Sligo, especially my mother's stories about Sligo. When we were small, she visited a tsunami of stories about Sligo on us and her childhood. So the background of the painting is that. The actual central character of Roseanne is an invented character, but she has her roots in reality as well. I did go looking, for instance, for Roseanne originally as a film. Then I went looking for her as a play. She only seemed to work properly as a novel. So it's the same search, it's the same workroom. It's probably just different. You're looking in different corners of the room for these people. Sometimes you will find them in a play. Sometimes you find them on the other side of the room in a novel. I was quite anxious to find her. It was a quite difficult thing to do. I was in my early 30s, again driving with my mother in Sligo, strangely enough, and we passed this ruined hut on Strand Hill Beach, and she said, "That's where your woman was put." So that's the first time she mentioned this person whose name she didn't know anymore. My mother's attitude to her was probably a slightly borrowed attitude from her father. It was disapproval. But this is the sort of person that excites me most to try and recover, because I think they're the important members of the family, the ones that have been erased for whatever reasons the present moment thought expeditious. Now I want them back. I find it hard to create almost anything, if create's the word, male or female, because you're listening for the bird song of a particular person. It's never a distinction for me, male or female, just because the music you're listening for, or the whistle tune, will be the music as much as you can imagine it proper to that person. And I sat for about 7 months in my workroom waiting for her to begin, waiting for her to write the book, because the book is written by her, really, and by Dr. Green. So in a way, it has nothing to do with me. They were both. I had to attend them and wait for them to begin. And I do, when I read the books at readings, though, I do catch. My mother died last year, and I do catch her tone somewhere in Roseanne. So I think that probably helped me a great deal. Well, I'd say it is important to be defined as an Irish writer. I mean, in a way, I long for it, because the sort of Irish I felt myself to be as a child was not perhaps considered to be truly Irish. This is a difficulty almost every Irish person has, though, I have found. No one feels they quite fit the adjectives ascribed. So you have to, in a way, my work has been an effort to include myself among the adjectives that define Irishness. I don't know after 30 years if I've even got near, but I would be very proud, if this isn't too complicated a thought, to be an Irish writer if the sort of Irish I am is Irish.